Have you ever stopped to think about what emotions really are? Where do they come from? How do we experience them? Most of us assume that emotions begin in the mind. Something happens, we process it, and then we feel a certain way: happy, sad, angry, or afraid. But what if I told you that emotions don't start in the mind? What if our bodies experience them first, and only then do we recognize and label them? This was the groundbreaking idea proposed by William James, one of the founding figures of modern psychology. He introduced what is now known as the James-Lange theory of emotion, a concept that challenged everything we thought we knew about feelings. According to James, emotions aren't just mental states. They are deeply tied to our physical responses. Imagine you're walking alone at night and suddenly hear footsteps behind you. Your heart starts pounding, your muscles tense, and your breathing speeds up. Most people would say, "I feel afraid, and that's why my body is reacting this way." But James would say the opposite. He believed that your body reacts first, and then your brain interprets those changes and labels them as fear. In other words, we don't run because we're afraid. We're afraid because we run. Our body leads the way, and our emotions follow. It's a radical idea, but it makes sense when you think about it. Imagine watching a scary movie. Your body tenses, your pulse quickens, and you might even break into a sweat, long before you consciously register the feeling of fear. Similarly, when you're nervous before a big presentation, your hands might get clammy, and your stomach might churn, even before you fully acknowledge the anxiety. James's theory suggests that without these physical responses, emotions wouldn't feel as real. If your heart didn't race, would fear feel the same? If you didn't smile or laugh, would happiness be as strong? The impact of James's theory. Of course, not everyone agreed with him. Critics of the theory raised important questions. What about emotions that happen without a major physical reaction? Can we feel deep sadness without tears? How can the same body reaction, like a racing heart, mean different emotions, such as excitement and fear? And what about thoughts? Don't our interpretations of situations influence how we feel? Later, psychologists expanded on James' ideas, incorporating the role of cognition, the way we think about our emotions. They argued that emotions are just about the body, but also about how we perceive and interpret situations. Still, James's theory had a lasting impact. Even today, researchers study the connection between body and mind, proving that our physical state influences how we feel. Applying this theory to everyday life. So, what does all of this mean for us? How can we use William James' ideas to improve our emotional well-being? Think about how small physical changes affect your mood. If you smile, even when you're not happy, you might start to feel a little better. If you stand up straight, breathe deeply, and walk confidently, you might actually feel more self-assured. This is why techniques like power posing, deep breathing, and even simple facial expressions can change our emotional state. By changing how our body responds, we can influence how we feel. Next time you're feeling nervous, try standing tall, slowing your breathing, and relaxing your shoulders. If you're feeling down, try smiling, even if it feels forced. You might just trick your brain into feeling better, just like William James predicted over a century ago. So, are we in control of our emotions, or do our bodies control them? Maybe the answer is both. But one thing is clear. Emotions are more than just thoughts. They are deeply connected to our physical experiences, and understanding this connection can help us manage them better.